Welcome back to The Witcher 3, everybody. Thank you for joining me again. We're supposed to meet Anna Henrietta in Mountebank Alley. Now that we have put on some clothes, we're supposed to be going to a soiree. It seemed as if matters had come to a head, and the Witcher would finally face he who had for some time succeeded in slinking from Geralt's grip like a snake. The Cintrian was to appear at a soiree hosted by Mandragora, an exclusive club that brought together all manner of artists who thought very highly of themselves. As I see it, they were a host of individuals whom nature had denied any significant talent. Thus, they opted not to produce more and better work, but instead to whimper into the ears of wealthy patrons, a practice for which I have always had the utmost contempt. But back to the Cintrian. Geralt and Anna Henrietta decided they would attend the soiree and nab this scoundrel dog. That's what we're getting ready to do right now. We're supposed to go to Mountebank Alley, and it's not too terribly far away from us. We've already donned our appropriate attire. So let's go ahead and follow the dotted line here, and we'll meet it with Anna Henrietta, and we'll go to this soiree. It's pretty early in the morning for a soiree, but I'm sure that the game will forward the time appropriately.
Reginald Aubrey has returned, not to be missed. Buy your tickets now. Available from me.
Okay. Looks like this is the alley here, next to the herb store.
Not nearly as nasty as they make him out to be.
That's the truth. Okay, here we are in the alley.
Late. Why does that not surprise me?
Oh, there we go. Sometime later. It's nighttime indeed. Just sitting there on the steps. Dude's been waiting there for like 12 hours.
Well, well. I did not expect you to have such a sense of style. Not all bad. Nothing like a budding artist, of course, but... just one other detail. Here, put it on.
A mask?
All who attend the Mandragora soiree wear them. If you have one on, no one asks who you are.
Why do they wear masks?
Any idea why they wear masks?
Likely because they imagine it oh so very romantic and mysterious. The truth is far simpler. This way, no one can tell which drunken aristocrats are pinching the performers.
Well then, let's go inside.
Let's go. Soiree started.
Mm-hmm. Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain.
Very wise, Geralt. You're a very wise man.
How do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. Soon as we find her, we find him. Especially since he might be expecting us.
What do you mean?
Ran into some of his thugs in town. Knew who I was. Had it in for me.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
Ooh, tell me about the performances.
Tell us about these performances.
This evening, the Mandragora has the honor to present 3 superb displays of artistry. The first was a concert by Cecilia Belont, a singer whose voice, were it stone, would surely be a diamond. Sadly, Mademoiselle Cecilia has sung.
Shame. You would have loved to hear her.
Luckily, you are in time to see the great Calesti, a master of visual illusions, come to us from far off Afir.
Visual illusions. Interesting. And the third artist?
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the Tuven brothers, presenting their newest pantomime.
Ooh, can't wait for that one.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Belant.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Koviri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
Well, well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here. Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress. There, on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Koviri orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, I'll find the Cintrian.
This is reminding me a lot of Dragon Age Inquisition. If you played that or saw my playthrough, you know what I'm talking about. Let's see here. We're supposed to search the alcoves for a woman with a Koviri orchid in her hair, and we could optionally take part in the Soiree's entertainments. Well, you better believe we're going to take part in the Soiree's entertainments. I mean, come on. How often do we get to go to a soiree? Come on, Anna Henrietta. We're going to go take part. And according to my minimap, there are a ton of them. Look at all these. Whole bunch of stuff around here for us to take part in. And I guess we'll just go to this closest one here. And see what there is to see, hear what there is to hear, learn what there is to learn.
Go on, Geralt, be bold. Show us the artist in you. The paintballs, cast them at the canvas.
Okay. Optionally, grab some paintballs. Okay, sure. Here's some red and green. And is that all I could pick up? Is red and green? Oh, okay. Throw paintballs to express your inner artist. Green paintball. Oh, yeah. Oh, I really like it. Okay. Oh, okay. Now we can pick up some other colors. Let us switch to purple. Indeed. Quite. Okay, there we go. There's some purple and green. Can I take other colors yet? No? We'll go with red now. And red's gonna go... What am I doing? I'm like actually thinking I'm gonna paint something here. And throw a little bit of red on top of the green. Oh, yes. Magnificent. Why can't I pick out the other colors? Oh, I'm supposed to throw 15 of these things? Okay, we'll throw a little bit of red up there in the corner. And then we'll take some of these. And we'll throw some blue now. A little bit of blue right there. Cannot attack this target. Oh yeah. And then we've got you know, blue representing the sky. And then now we're gonna throw yellow here.
It's obvious. It represents transgression in its purest form.
Oh my god, did you hear that? Somebody said yellow, why is he throwing yellow? And she says, it's obvious, it represents transgression in its purest form. Was that only 14? I guess I have one more purple one to throw. Down here.
Voila!
There we go.
Now, allow me a moment to ponder.
Yeah, you ponder that.
The painting depicts spiritual dualism. The continual battle between good and evil.
Oh, you nailed it.
The
That's exactly what I was going for.
Oh yes, that's him all right. Good versus evil. The dualistic nature of man.
And defiance.
Okay, well, that was one of the Soiree's entertainments. Let's go partake in another one. There's one right here somewhere. Or was that the one we just did? No. Oh, okay, so there's some drink here.
Absinthe, the preferred hooch of artists.
Gonna have a little bit of absinthe.
Pretty powerful punch.
Oh, now we're
Built up a
wasted.
Pretty powerful resistance.
Really? You don't look like you're too resistant to me there, Geralt. Okay, we're gonna walk over here to this one. Oh, okay, yeah, we're good now. We're good. Sobered up real quick. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. Ooh, a mime. Oh, by all means. Let us take part in this. What do I do? How do I get this started? Pull. Okay. Nothing happens. Well, alright, whatever. It's not marked on my map anymore, so I guess we did whatever there was to do there. It's weird. Coming through. So I'm not going to be looking for the woman with the orchid in her hair just yet, because I want to partake in as many of these things as I can.
I'm sure you understand.
Look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
There's a mage casting spells. He's got a big old baguette. Oh, okay. He is casting spells. Oh, he's making the water dance over there. Okay.
Ah, how beautiful.
Oh, she likes it. How beautiful. Oh, he's on a flying carpet.
That is no ordinary illusion. The man is a true artist.
Impressive.
All right.
Look,
More things to...
lanterns. They say releasing them brings good luck.
Okay, let's release the lantern. Can we release a lantern? Here we go. Ignite.
Fine. Let's give it a try.
Okay, that was all the activities.
Never suspected you believed in such things.
There it goes. There goes our lantern. I hope you made a wish. Okay, well, that was all the festivities. Well, this place is crowded. Get out of my way, people. I have somebody to search for. Okay, so now we're going to search these alcoves for a woman with a Koviri orchid in her hair. No new text. Gonna look back in here. Loot. Fragment of the script of a stage play. The Besotted Witcher, Francois de Valère. Night, thick as mud, envelops a dense wood. A full moon hangs in the sky above the trees. Note, scenography must include a representation of the full moon. Wolves howl plaintively in the distance. A witcher walks through the woods in a careful, measured strides. He wields a silver blade in his hands. Witcher, God's damn all, the moon is at its fullest. Long have I awaited this night. 3 weeks have I spent in that foul pit, all to catch a lone werewolf. At least the miller's daughter helped me while away the time. In fact, I leave only with a certain sense of regret. Perchance I should take her with me? We hear the snap of braking behind the witcher. He turns around swiftly, his guard raised. He spies the werewolf. I've got you now, beast. Oh! The werewolf removes its mask. The witcher can see it's the miller's daughter. He is astonished, does not know what to do. Well, what now? Will you kill me? Or perhaps you'll take me with you. Oh man, that sounds like a great play. Well, we're not seeing any, woman with the orchid in her hair.
Pretentious. I was prepared for all sorts of criticism. Blah, blah, blah. Avant-garde, schmavant-garde. It's all about
Come,
two
let's
things.
look in the alcove.
Okay, well, I just looked in that one. She's not there. So we'll go over to this other one now. If we can make it to the crowd. Yeah, check him out. He's floating on a magic carpet. The Great Kalesti. He's pretty great. Alright, let's check out this alcove now.
As for that stipend, I'm sure you understand. There are a great many highly qualified candidates.
Then I shall have to convince you your ample generosity would be best invested in me.
And how do you aim to do that?
I shall arrange a private performance after the soiree.
My dear, I sense you've a knack for persuasion.
Okay.
We wish to be alone. Please, leave.
Well, I mean, I'm looking, but I'm not seeing anything. How many alcoves are there? My minimap is only showing these two places, so I'm not really sure what else I can do. Oh, there is more.
Where's it?
Oh, okay.
Besides, have you not heard the news?
Have I not heard? It's on everyone's lips. 4 duets in one night. The theft of the century. And here you are, offering one to me.
If you are not interested, sir, I'm sure someone else.
Right, fine. You can't think I'd let such an opportunity pass. How much?
Slow down. You have declared your intent. Now I will convey this to my client. We shall get back to you. Please await word.
So he's gonna buy some art from her. Some apparently stolen art?
Please leave. This is a private alcove.
Oh, okay, sorry. I didn't realize there were so many alcoves. Is there another one around the corner here? It doesn't look like it. Keep up, Anna. She's having a little trouble keeping up with us. Let's see if there's any more alcoves over here. So that we already looked in that one. We already looked in that one. Oh.
It seems someone decided otherwise.
That someone knows nothing of true art. It shall be you next time. Trust me, I shall have a word with Oriana personally.
So the someone they're talking about is probably the Centurion, right? Is she in here? Loot. Glamour and silverware. I'm taking it. Loot. I'm taking that too. Just because. Alright, well, I guess I need to walk back over to the other side because I didn't realize that there were multiple alcoves.
Then I shall have to convince you your ample generosity.
That's okay. We can do that. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's pretty neat. Dolphins. So we did look in this alcove straight ahead. We're going to go into this one now. Get out of my way, dude. Yep, this alcove is empty. Nothing at all in there. Is there another one in this direction? I don't think so. Wow, this place is annoyingly crowded. Well, I believe this is the last alcove. And I picked the right one for last, it would seem. Oh my.
Do not disturb. Shoo, shoo.
It's the right flower.
Of course it is. A Koviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still. You may speak, but for love's sake, do not move.
Okay. Well, let's start off with some pleasantries.
Wow. Impressive portrait.
I know the style, the stroke. This is Dorian Villesse.
The gracious lady has heard of me.
I've heard Anna Henrietta herself wished you to paint her portrait once.
At one point, the palace chamberlain even wrote to me, but alas, ultimately refused my terms.
What was the matter?
When he learned I only ever paint nudes, he severed all contact. He said he would not dare offend her illustrious highness with such a proposition. I've always longed to paint her. Such a shame.
I think you may still get your chance.
Oh gosh, I thought you were going to disrobe.
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Cintrian noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Cintrian noble. Ah! You must think I'm Cecilia.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move!
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the crowd. I caught it, but I did see the nobleman.
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
Like many here. Tall, dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift, a heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur, I cannot work like this. You must leave now.
Okay. Now we need to use our Witcher senses to search the refreshment tables. Oh, look, he closed the curtain. Alright, let's go search the refreshment tables. Thanks to the dotted line, we know it's in this direction. Coming through. Okay. Oh, I see something red over here. Oh, something red over here.
Someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was scratched. Someone beat him with it once.
His was scratched. Someone beat him with it once. A love letter. Ooh, let's read somebody else's private love letter.
Look.
Laura, oh my dearest love, oh lone ray of sunshine on the firmament of my life, I shall speak from my heart. For weeks I have been shooting shooting stolen glances in your direction, hiding the hope I dare nurture deep within my bosom, that perhaps you feel for me even one iota of the affection I feel for you. I have waited long, gathering the courage to confess my feelings for you. I would certainly be waiting still had you not appeared at tonight's soiree in the company of that womanizing, carousing, dribble-scribing, pretentious pig named Alphonse de Reside? I don't know. When I saw that emaciated turd fawning over you, I immediately knew I had to act. I turned to the best weapon in my arsenal, the quill in the well-turned phrase, and began writing you this letter. Forgive me, it is written on a napkin, for I had nothing more appropriate at hand at the time. O most marvelous of all women, do not believe a word he whispers in your ear. He is as slippery as a viper and twice as venomous. Reject his advances, and let me walk hand in hand with you, feed you grapes, and with you radiate happiness to the heavens themselves. Yours forever, Fabian.
Oh, my amour, my sunbeam flittering across the firmament of my life. Trickly refuse.
Right? We're still looking for stuff. I'll take 6 apples. Oh, here's something over here.
Need a fist tag.
Ooh.
Artist's way of numbing their existential pain.
I do not even wish to comment.
Do not even wish to comment. Yeah, I'm gonna take this food. Why not? Fish. We're outside the circle now. Oh, I saw something red over here. Here's something.
Empty heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume.
Here we go.
From the Cintrian, I imagine.
Scent still hangs in the air. Let's follow it.
Let's follow it. Any new text? Nope. Alright, let's follow the scent. Follow our noses.
Color is but the shadow of the nature of existence. It is a very
Which way did they go?
Paints like the great wine.
The Great Bois. But he's a dancer.
Boy, she must be drunk. She's like
That's to say, the other
weaving all over the place. Maybe just avoiding the crowd. Okay, still going. Get out of my way.
Do you know my favorite thing? It's Geralt of Rivia.
What? Somebody mentioned Geralt's name.
Aren't they even? Because the right cuff seems somewhat higher to me.
It's fine. Relax. Master Hugo is a generous patron and a truly wonderful man. It was thanks to him I had that exhibition in the palace gardens.
Was that not just after you went off with him to Belhaven for a week?
Well,
Exactly. I'd rather not go anywhere with him, so I must make the good impression.
Geralt likes to eavesdrop on people's conversations. Ah, look where we're going. In we go. Bodyguard.
Sorry, only artists in the Mandragora allowed.
Come, we must consider what to do.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace, I'd not mistake you for anyone.
Shh! Not so loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
Oh, wow. Well, first of all, don't tell anybody that you've seen us.
I hope we can count on your discretion.
Of course. I shall be silent as the grave.
Good. Good man.
Looking for Cecilia Bellant. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered, a black beard peeping out from under his mask, and he spoke with a foreign accent, a drawl of sorts.
That must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
Wow, well, that was fortunate.
Quickly,
I'd give
upstairs.
my life for her Grace.
Alright, we're going upstairs now, if we can get past this guy. Wait a minute. I want to see something. Is there, like, anything interesting in this room for us? I just want to take a quick look around with my Witcher senses. I don't see anything. Just wanted to take a look. Alright, now we're going upstairs. Still following the scent. Well, it looks like we're going to go in that room, but I'm going to open this door first because that's how I roll. Oh, can't go that way. Okay, here we go. Oh no! Oh no!
Must be Cecilia.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana. At once. She should bring her soiree to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rogue. I shall fetch help.
I don't think that you should split up. Well, I have a feeling we're going to be rescuing her pretty soon. Using your Witcher senses, follow the tracks across the balconies. The Witcher was largely unaccustomed to battles in which lies, flattery, and the occasional petty insult served as the combatant's chief arms. Yet with the aid of Anna Henrietta, much better acquainted with this type of combat, mean retorts being her weapon of choice, he managed to blend into the members of Beauclair's bohème, who had assembled and mingle largely unnoticed. Together, the Duchess and the Witcher searched for the Centurion. He had reportedly arrived for the evening with the famed singer Cecilia Bellant on his arm. Alas, poor Cecilia had not known the evening would end in tragedy for her. Geralt found her throat cut just moments before, and set off in pursuit of her murderer. Sheesh.
Killed her, then went out on the balcony.
I'm not liking this. No, sir, I'm not. Let's go ahead and take this crap. Mostly just looking at stuff to see if there's anything interesting to loot, anything story related. I see something on the door frame.
Handprint. It's his.
Okay, so, oh, here we go.
Tore down the door, made a platform. Clever. Must be pretty strong, too. Broke the flower pot when moving the door, then stepped in the soil.
Aha. You can track the soil. This door's locked. Well, hopefully he's not behind that door because we can't get in there. That would be the perfect place for him to hide, behind a locked door.
Must have climbed this ladder. Footprints, made by soiled boots.
Okay, so we got a ladder here. So he had this all planned out. Got an escape ladder built and everything. Oh. Oh boy, this could be trouble.
Could still be here. Need to stay alert.
Stay alert, Geralt. I don't know if we're going to fight him or not. Ooh, I can't even bring up my inventory. I was going to bring up my inventory and put some oil on my sword, but I guess that's not... We're not going to do that.
Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it hard and sank to the floor.
Huh. Get some goodies from here. Might as well, right? Make this worthwhile. Something on the grounds. Let's examine it.
Bloodstains.
Bloodstains?
Links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it.
Valuable jewel.
Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this, must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace. Seems there was a struggle.
Why didn't he bring the jewel with him?
Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open, probably.
Okay. What else? Anything on this desk over here? A gold casket and a gold something. Whew.
Sconce is bent. Smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it?
Huh. Go out the window
Blood
here?
on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out?
Ooh. Someone may have fallen out there. Okay. Pretty sure I already read this book a while back.
Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for.
Okay. Not what he came for.
Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room.
Knocked over, turned toward the room. Okay. Oh, a knife. Decorated hunting knife.
Hunting knife. Richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably.
Oh.
Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
Behind you, Geralt.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Cintrians killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything, in full detail. I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
fell out of the window.
Just so.
That was a bit imprudent in attacking him, don't you think?
None too wise picking a fight with an armed robber.
Why? Because I'm a woman, in a frock rather than plate. I can take care of myself, I assure you. A hairpin might look like mere ornament, but plunged into an eye, it can be as effective as a blade.
I imagine.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes. He stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
Okay. What's the big deal with the jewel?
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Cintrian must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Here we go. Finally, we're going to get to go to Duntine. What's that?
Duntine.
You've been there, Geralt.
Remember the place. Abandoned ruin just a few years ago.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
Know any more about this Roderick?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The family received those lands as a grant for his service. Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights, though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals with crests on their shields.
Yeah, we need to go there. I want to get in it.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
I don't know. For some reason, something just seems suspicious about this. I'm not sure I trust her. I mean, why did she have that jewel but didn't tell Anna Henrietta about it? I mean, it was part of her family. I don't know, man. Yeah, let's see what she thinks about Oriana.
Oriana, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
Oh, that's it, huh? All right. Let's not talk about it anymore.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Soiree and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether. My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
Why was she banished?
What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Siana.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel at times. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Siana knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since.
Wow. So you think she might be involved in this?
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys, but I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Siana received it from father as a gift. At a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl, someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right.
Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Duntine, and if Siana is there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape, or form. You must make sure of that.
Well, I'll see to it then.
I'll find her if she's there.
I hope you do. I very much wish to talk to her. Sister to sister.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
My very dear friend,
Oh my.
Detlaf van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire. We are lending our combined resources to the witch's hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Oriana's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for... ages. Literally.
Is she a vampire?
Witcher, I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are friends.
All true.
Few I can rely on like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
Curious. It seems opposites really do attract.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only two options, to kill or be killed?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see, sword in hand. Talking gets the job done, for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. For what might a monster wish to apologize to a witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
Wow. Just like humans.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the witcher trade for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most fascinating.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Wanna help, Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith.
This is awesome. Oh my gosh.
An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher, and the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detlaf here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detlaf believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore. That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renna.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so you expect me to believe it's just a coincidence you stopping by like this?
Guessing it's no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told us.
Oriana, she really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long. But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
But I want to know now. Well, let's tell him we know where the blackmailers are. Well, he seems to know where they are.
Now
Duntine.
listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based at Duntine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renna must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there, too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detlaf, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got a way with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detlaf here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Detlaf. Good luck, my friend.
Splendidly, Detlef. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to two exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish this second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out? You have exceptional friends. This Detlef, an intriguing man to say the least.
Oh, man. Ooh. So, did he tell you much about himself?
Don't know him too well. He say much about himself?
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
So what's his?
Sensitive. Sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost, which is why he comes across as grim.
I was wondering if we were going to have to decide whether or not to tell her who he really is, or, who the Detlef killed those people. I wasn't sure what I was going to do if that were the case.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count de la Croix's mill. It stands along the Saône-Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
Looks like we're storming a castle. New character entry added, Sienna. Detlef's entry has been updated. Regis's entry has been updated. Oriana has a new entry. Ooh, and we received 75 experience points. No wonder I'm not leveling up as quickly as I used to be. Seems like it's taken a long time to level up now. New quest, capture the castle. First, let's see if we can't see the final text for the man from Cintra. Or Cintra. The Cintrian had appeared that evening to steal the heart of Toussaint, a ducal jewel in the possession of Oriana, the Soiree's host. The Witcher could not interrogate the thief, as he had died tragically while attempting to make off with his loot. Yet he had left behind a clue leading to Duntine Castle, which the Witcher made his next destination. Yet the assault on this fort, manned by many knights, would not prove easy. Ironically, Anna Henrietta made this so by giving Geralt an additional objective. You see, the thief had first obtained a barrel of ducal wine, and then attempted to pinch a jewel that had in the past belonged to Sienna, Anna Henrietta's sister. The fact of said sister's existence surprised me as much as it must surprise you, my dear readers. Who knew Anna Henrietta had a sister, and what's more, one even more fiery than the Duchess herself? These facts caused the Duchess to suspect Sienna could herself be at Duntine. So she ordered the Witcher to go there and find her. As if these revelations were not enough, the evening ended in a philosophically complex scene featuring the Duchess of Toussaint, several ancient higher vampires, and a grumpy Witcher sharing a table. The conversation proved both lively and varied, spanning matters ranging from the intricacies of combating monsters to the propriety of wearing deep-cut formal dresses. I thought that was so funny. Geralt and Detlef were having this very, very serious conversation, and then Anna Henrietta wanted to talk about dresses from Cintra or wherever. Not Cintra, from wherever Detlef was from, I don't remember. So that ends the Man from Cintra quest. We got a new one called Capture the Castle. Ducal guardsmen, commanded by Captain Damien de la Tour, were to aid Geralt in storming Duntine. This was the Duchess's wish and command. The briefing before the assault would be held at the mill where Detlef had recently dispatched Count de la Croix in cold blood. How about that? Let's see. Oriana. During the soiree organized by the Mandragora, Geralt met Oriana, a valued patroness to many local artists. There was something about this woman that made most who met her feel somehow ill at ease. She could not break the Witcher's iron-hard self-composure, of course, but she did give him the impression she was no normal aristocrat, and his impressions were usually spot on. And then Sienna. Sylvia Anna. A lovely name, don't you think? This beauty should come as no surprise, given it's the name of the daughter of a duke and the sister of a duchess. Yet the fate Sienna, as her intimates called her, met was not as beautiful as might have been suspected for one so well born, though as it turns out she had in truth been born rather inopportunely. She came into this world during an eclipse and thus fell victim to the panic surrounding the curse of the Black Sun, which was said to affect young girls from ruling families birthed in similar circumstances. Though Geralt had serious doubts whether this curse truly existed, many claimed it caused horrible mutations which filled its victims with cruelty and a desire to kill. Sienna's parents certainly seemed to be among the believers in the curse, for they deemed her too dangerous to be allowed to remain at court and forced her into exile. Sienna then fled to Nazaire, that's it, and soon, for all intents and purposes, dropped off the face of the planet. What I don't understand is, why did Sienna want these other people killed? They didn't even talk about that. Anna Henrietta thinks Sienna might be behind this, but she did not seem to have any theory as to why Sienna would want these people killed. Let's see. Regis. Let's see. In their pursuit of the blackmailers, Geralt and Anna Henrietta found themselves at a private residence used for meetings of the Mandragora, an exclusive club for the bohème of Toussaint. The residence's owner turned out to be a woman named Oriana. To the Witcher's great displeasure, later that evening they were joined by Regis in the company of Detlef. In the conversation that ensued, Geralt gathered Regis and Oriana were old friends. The entire conversation had a rather surreal nature, seeing as how the Duchess had no idea she was speaking to the dreaded beast himself. Its key outcome was the conclusion that the blackmailers were holding Detlef's lover at a place known as Duntine. Geralt pulled Regis aside, and they conferred briefly. Geralt was firmly against revealing this information to Detlef. To his thinking, this could lead to serious trouble. I must say I agree with the Witcher's reasoning. When a higher vampire loses his self-control, trouble always ensues. Bloody trouble. And then, Detlef. Right here. When Geralt went to Oriana's residence with the Duchess, he was certain Detlef was somewhere far away, safe in Regis's care. He was wrong, as he found out while watching both vampires stroll into the room, his surprise quickly turning to irritation. In the conversation which followed, the Duchess had no idea she was talking to the murderer she so wished to have slain. In fact, the Beast of Beauclair even came off as charming. Afterwards, Geralt set off for Duntine, but not before first extracting a promise from Regis to keep Detlef at a safe distance this time. This is awesome. Great, great story. I really like how this is all coming together here. But I'm still very curious to find out why this Sienna would want those other people killed. But I'm sure we'll find out why in a future episode. This is the end of this episode. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why don't you let me know by leaving me a like or a comment. Thanks for watching. I hope you join me again in the next episode.